Good evening, everybody. David Butler here, and I'm from iPositioning, so there'll be some messages here for you to share. iPositioning is a new cloud software company to bring order to message chaos. So I don't know how many marketing people are responsible for marketing are in the room, or CEOs or business owners, or Bobby's here, and I know I've been one, and we should be pretty scared these days because the buyer is in total control of the message. The buyer is in total control of learning about your company, learning about your products, becoming interested in you, forgetting you, and this is different. So those of us in marketing have to come up with a guide for a salesperson to go in and talk to a customer, a guide for a new event, a guide for a launch, a guide for a press release, a guide for a tweet, a guide for a Facebook post, a guide. It's a guide for every message that we want to put out, because there's an art to it, we have to write it, and there's a science to it, we have to measure it. So I created iPositioning really to help the marketing organization at large and their team get dedicated at making it simple to do targeting, capturing, and spreading the marketing message. The message itself is what the buyer is going to consume and what they're going to judge on whether they become aware of you, want to get educated on you. They're in total control. The marketing department cannot control that process. So we help you build a portfolio. So a portfolio is important because just like an artist has a portfolio of their products, the marketing department needs a portfolio for the sales guy to target business people versus technical people, for the marketing department to launch a product for technical audiences versus non-technical audiences, for the CEO to have a keynote presentation, for every Facebook post, tweet post, anything that you want to tackle. So content in and of itself is your message is your content, and that's the art of it. The science of it is to be able to measure it, and we're going to give you one place where you can organize in a very consistent manner, align in a very consistent manner. So it's a chaotic world. Here's a collection of one message. And if you look at the details of all of the messages, what tool did these get published from? How did we know that these were all from the same campaign? This happens to be a presentation that I did. And I shared this on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Where is all this stored? How do I know anybody read it? And if you've got messages being sent out every week, and every month, and every year, they need to be well organized. How can you own the message? How can you start sharing content and have results? Thank you for everybody that voted for iPositioning to make the presentation. That's the approach. So what iPositioning really helps the organization at large do is have a consistent language to describe how do I even approach creating a message every day, for every post, for every blog article, for every launch. How do I target it? Why do I want to target it? Because you're going to want to measure it. Nobody's going to come to your conferences anymore. They're going to digitally share information. They're going to digitally talk about you. You need to be able to capture that. You want authentic message. The best people to write an authentic message are the people that are in this room about your company. So you have the ability to do that. You just may not have enough time to do that in an organization. And marketing plans stories now. Stories need to be grouped together. Daily, weekly, monthly. So you need to have a good way to basically go to a system. I don't know how many people use Pinterest, but it's pretty easy to go there and say, technology, see a bunch of information. It'd be nice to be able to do that for your stories.
1 minute, Dave.
So what iPositioning is about is being able to consistently target authentic content, authentic stories, and be able to share it every day. The marketing message is everything going forward about your company, about what you're trying to communicate, and today it's extremely chaotic. Lots of documents, lots of files, lots of pictures, lots of graphics that are not targeted, that are not being shared, and not strategically being measured. So iPositioning is about bringing order to that with a portfolio approach in the cloud. Thanks for your time.
Two questions?
How do you make your money?
It's a subscription application, so companies would subscribe, and it's a monthly or an annual subscription. It's available on the website. We have free trials. Owners pay. Owners basically can do everything: create the content, organize it, create the feeds, and publish. But collaborators and viewers are free. So your company would basically get an instant cloud of content that everybody knows. This is the message that I need for today, tomorrow, next day, this customer, this client. So it's based on subscriptions, though, per company.